This is the Cats and Pudding Podcast. A melting pot of pudding. And now, here's Jen.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Cats and Pudding. And today, I have not only a great guest, but I have a great co-host with me today.
Guest is a little better. Guest is a little better.
You hear this? I hear something over there.
And guess what? They're related, which is great.
Thank you, Jen, for having me. You know what? I think I have a lot to say to your guests. Okay?
You've been a great co-host. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so
You've
much.
been excellent.
However, your guest that is here, she knows I'm her biggest cheerleader, okay?
Aw,
and I do have a lot of
isn't that
things I'd
nice?
like to say to her other than that. However, I'm not gonna, because she's got a bigger vocabulary than me. And she'll be calling me names, and I wouldn't even know what they meant. But your guests might. So with that being said, do you mind if I introduce her?
Absolutely, please.
Here we have my younger sister, Jennifer Graziano, the creator and the executive producer of Mob Wives, The Big Ann Show, The Drunken Monkey.
The Miami Monkey.
The Miami Monkey. Yeah, they were all drunk in the Miami Monkey. And many more, with a lot of new projects to come, especially her own project that she's working on. Take it away, Jenny.
Welcome to
Hi.
the show, Jen. I'm so
Thank
glad
you
to
for
have you
having me.
here.
Thank you.
Thank you for hanging around with us today.
I was here all day.
You
I
are.
just I watched all your previous guests that were very fun, especially the last one.
Very informative, right?
Very informative.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I would wonder if that's okay, but okay.
Well, yeah, he's retired.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. He has a magazine
Yeah.
and a podcast.
I know, I'm just like programmed to think you're
And
not
they're
even
all
allowed
dead.
to ever say a thing.
They're all dead.
No, not one of them.
Oh, I don't know nothing. Well, bleep his name. Bleep his name.
Bleep.
But aside from the guests that you listen to, so I wanted to have, Jen wanted to have you on. And
Absolutely.
then it just worked so well that I was actually co-hosting. I would love for you to tell everyone some of the new projects, especially the immersive theater.
Oh, because it has to do with her.
I want to hear
No,
this.
it's not just because it has something to do with me.
She said start with that one.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because that's our project. That's our project coming up in February. So that's the one it's gonna hit.
Sooner rather than later.
Thank you.
So, yeah, it's actually a fun one.
Okay.
We're putting it together now. Actually, we're going in reverse. So I'm like the type of person that if I book something and I know it's coming up, I'll make it happen faster.
Okay.
So it's already booked. I haven't even put it together yet. But we're starting. And it's immersive theater. So I don't know if you're familiar with like a Tony and Tina's wedding.
Yes.
Or the Big 80s prom, that type of, that's coming back big time now. So you have Netflix that are building all these Netflix houses all over the country, whether it's in Vegas or Texas, and they're, giving you, they call it IRL, in real life experiences, connecting with the content. So there's like a Stranger Things house. There'll probably be a Hunting Wives house, which I really want to see what that one's about.
100%.
And then you have like companies like A24 just bought a theater, Cherry Lane Theater downtown, and they're bringing back this whole immersive in IRL experience. So what we're doing is we're taking a piece of that and we're creating our own, which I'm not going to get into too many details of what it is, but I'm sure you could imagine.
Based on.
But different and more fun, way more
Okay.
fun. And then we're taking it to Vegas. I'm talking to the Plaza Hotel right now.
I love it.
About
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, Rhode Island, Long Island, and we're actually doing our first one Valentine's Day as a test run in New Jersey.
Nice.
So that's coming up, and then I've been, I spent the last 5 years, I want to say, since COVID, just really writing and incubating news stories and trying to figure out how to tell different stories, because I don't want to be Little Miss Mob Girl.
Yes.
And obviously
That's my job.
Yeah, and you can have it, and you do it well. But obviously that's my brand because that's what I launched on. So we're gonna, look to bring Mob Wives back, and do some immersive theater in the space and some other projects. But I'm kind of writing in different spaces while taking sort of my background and the things I've learned growing up, but applying them into other types of shows.
Well, your life story.
Well, yeah, that I have. I'm writing my life story together with Lee Daniels to co-produce.
Do you know Lee Daniels?
Yes.
That's that. But outside of that again, I feel like falls in that similar, genre, right?
Yeah.
So I want to really get out of that. So what I'm doing is taking real lived experiences and putting them inside imaginary worlds. Not imaginary worlds that are fake, but worlds like stories I didn't get to live that I wish I did.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're always sort of tied back to like loyalty and family and self-discovery.
Like the Pretty Girl Summer or something. What's that called?
The Summer I Turned Pretty.
The Summer I
Turned
So she
Pretty.
has her own version that she's working with a big
Right, it's-
producer and director with, which is phenomenal.
Okay, you can't
Sorry,
give
I
it
can't.
all away.
I'm not giving nothing away. I said nothing.
But I do, yeah. So YA is a tremendous love of mine, young adult. I'm like an overgrown Juge that still watches stuff like Gossip Girl and The Summer I Turned Pretty, My Life with the Walter Boys. And I just started Ginny and Georgia last night, which I actually really love.
It's a good show.
Shout out to Jenny Daly, one of my partners on Other Things. She actually did that show, and this is the first time. I'm sorry it took so long, Jenny, to watch it. But I love it. I'm like 4 episodes in. And then next on the list after that is Tell Me Lies. But those are the types of shows that I want to kind of produce and write. But I take all of my lived-in experience and put them inside those shows regardless.
So that's amazing, Jen. So you have a lot of stuff in the boiler, like you ready to-
The incubator. Yeah, the incubator.
The incubator.
I call it.
Well, we can't go to the boiler room. We might all get pinched again. That was my father's, by the way.
That was his job.
That was
No,
was also based on a lot off the daddy, the boiler room.
That was part of his case where he actually did 13 years.
Yeah. Oh, 13. And what we emphasized the 13, not 10 months,
Actually,
not
it was-
only 2 years.
Let me correct that. The sentence was 13. He did 11.
Right. But he
um,
did a total of 15.
and then he did
not 2 years and not 10 months. Sorry. I'm talking to that guy over there.
Total across 3 beds, I think, was 15.
Yes,
But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So anyway.
So, Jen, I have a question for you. So, why is it that you've never wanted to be in front of the camera? I mean, having a sister like me, it's got to be really hard for you not to, do you feel a little, intimidated?
Absolutely not.
No, I'm joking. Why haven't you wanted to be in front of the camera?
It's just not my thing. I like to be behind the scenes. I like to create. I like to write. I like to kind of orchestrate,
Right.
if you will.
Boss-like tendencies.
Yeah.
Boss-like tendencies?
Yeah.
100%.
You like to see it put together.
Yeah.
Right?
But I mean, and I'm not really that outgoing. Like, I'm a little shy, I gotta say. But I'm getting a little bit better, I think.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to go in front of the camera now? I mean, would you feel like that would be like one of your next for your next project maybe, or another one of your projects? Would you be willing to step in front?
It depends. I mean, if it served a bigger purpose for me, like a business venture or something like that, or it was going to help propel my career into a different lane per se, yes. But it's not like my first choice of things to do. I'd rather sit at home and write, 10 series than be in front of the camera for one. It's just not.
I'd like to be on all 10 series that she's writing for. Okay? And I could be many people, Jen. Many, many, many. I have many moods.
I would love to be on one of your series too.
Yeah,
so.
well, you never know.
I'd love to be.
Well, I'm
So, I mean,
doing both, scripted and unscripted.
Well, I like scripted too.
Yeah.
I love scripted. So I've been dabbling now for the last year. I've been taking acting lessons. I just did a show with Steve Stanulus. I did Great Kills. So now I was in 2 episodes.
Oh, really?
And
I
now
know
I'm
Steve,
going to
yeah.
be season 3. So it's a mockumentary about a hitman.
Yeah, I know what it is.
It's great.
I know
it's
Steve,
great.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
hysterical. And I'm his friend that grew up with him and knows what he does. He becomes a Hollywood producer, and then he winds up killing Eric Roberts because Eric Roberts steals the script to the movie that they're doing
Right,
together.
right.
So it's pretty funny.
Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts.
You know, I have the hardest time with him because of that movie, what was it, Star 80?
yeah.
Really? I thought he was great in that movie.
He was until I seen him fuck the
like
dead
a porn.
girl.
It was like porn, right?
It was-
No,
yeah.
his girlfriend was
She was a
Playboy.
Playboy.
Was it Playboy?
Yep.
And at the end, he puts her on this thing, and they have sex with the dead body. It devastated me.
Well, he didn't really do it. It was the guy who really.
Right, I
killed
know
him.
that. I know that. But I for me, my mind is so visual. So it's like James Caan in the movie Mickey Blue Eyes plays a rat, and it fucking threw me off after that. It's like, look, I know they're not really those people, but there's things about me. Like
They can't get you out of
No,
it.
it's like somebody wanted me to play a part and it ended up being like a police officer. I can't fucking do it. Like something so dumb that could have been.
Like Mark Wahlberg playing Greg Scarpa. She's having a very hard time with that.
I fucking am. You know why? You know why I have a problem with it? Because he's not gonna tell the full fucking
That's
truth.
not the only reason you have a problem with it. You just
I don't.
think.
I have a lot of problems with it.
What are- That's one part
I can't.
of it.
I have a problem with Mark playing a fucking rat. I have a problem with Mark playing a guy that was fucking the same guy that his wife was. I got a problem with that. I do.
You can't look at him the same again.
I'm having a hard time digesting somebody who I love as an actor, and I fucking love Mark Wahlberg. I have a hard time because a man in my mind, with his belief system,
Right.
I'm having a hard time. I know you're an actor, Mark. I'm not dumb. I can, and I know you play characters. I get it. But could you play a better character? Could you play somebody that wasn't?
Well, you know what? Maybe because
right,
this is out of his wheelhouse. Because usually he plays good. He's
This
like
might
the
be
good
an
guy.
Academy Award-winning project.
Right,
for
he
him.
might get the Academy Award this time.
Okay, but then at least tell the truth of who fucking Greg really was.
Okay,
I don't know if they are yet because
We
I haven't
don't know.
seen it.
We
I would
don't
like
know.
some confirmation, Mark.
Can I ask a question? Do you
Yes.
know if are they doing it in Mel Gibson's new studios? Are they filming it?
That I
there?
have
With
no
the-
idea.
They're already shooting.
From what I understand, it's more about the Mississippi burning aspect of
I gotcha.
Scarpa's career. And Mark is an actor, so
Right.
he
I know,
takes
it's
on
not-
these roles.
I love Mark.
And he's just
man.
acting
Shout
like
out
Greg
to Jim
Scarpa.
Wahlberg, who I'm like his brother.
His brother.
Jimbo. Like, his brother has an amazing story. And shout out to Mark Efron, who I love. He's actually my mentor. And him and Jim are best friends. But Jim's story is really phenomenal. Like, if he's got a book, he served time. Like, you know.
All right, but it's not Jim's podcast, it's mine. So
Right.
I know, but I'm talking.
Let's talk
But the
about-
reason I'm
let's
bringing
talk
that
about
up,
Jen.
I'm talking about.
Sorry, Jim.
No, what I'm talking about is people who come from the certain lifestyle or certain belief system, and they change their whole life around. Where I still want to play the mob daughter, and she wants to write about different stuff. Like, I'm comfortable in my lane, and she's not.
Well, maybe
not that
that's
I'm not
not her
comfortable in
lane.
my lane.
But it's just not her lane.
No,
She's adjacent.
I mean, like in front and being like, "Go, Daddy!"
I don't need to be touting his name on a
I
street
do.
corner.
TG. Sorry. Okay, go, Jen. Sorry, you took me left when you fucking brought up Greg.
Well, we were in the whole writing and acting and
I know. I just go left.
entertainment industry.
I just go left. Sorry, Mark. Marky Mark.
Do you
Mark.
do you feel like you're? I think that you're not. It's not that you don't interject your life and what you've been through in your life into your work. I think you do, but I just don't. I just think you do it in a different way than your sister does.
Yeah, I mean, I
it's
also
like
lived different life
Right.
than my sister did. Like at any given time, I feel like I lived multiple lives at once. You know, it was always like the life over there in school, on the soccer field, and on the.
You played sports?
Oh my God, did I?
Really?
Do you wanna know what
I
I
didn't
did?
know
I'm
that.
very excited to tell you.
Really?
I played soccer for 12 years, from 6th grade through college. I played softball, racquetball, tennis.
I didn't know that. That's amazing,
Racquetball don't
Jen.
even fucking count.
Racquetball
Jen.
counted because I played all
You played it in school?
I played it for St. Joseph by
Did
the
you?
Sea.
They had
Yes,
a
I
racquetball
Wow.
team? Yes, they did. Gymnastics, jazz, tap, and ballet.
Piano,
Piano
violin.
violin lessons, guitar lessons, art class, ice skating. Did I say gymnastics?
She's just like so perfect.
You're like a Renaissance woman.
Isn't
Wait, you
she?
can do
I
anything.
was leader of the Catholic Action Society. I taught catechism. I was on the math team. Yeah, so my point in saying all of that is that was what I wanted my life to be.
Right.
And it stayed over there.
Right.
And I had those friends.
Right.
And then I had Karen and Ramona and those
Gotcha.
friends. And I never let them cross.
You didn't cross. See, you know what?
Because
Jen-
those friends wouldn't have really liked those friends
No,
anyway.
but I'm gonna be honest. I'm the same way you are, Jen, because I went my broke my life in two too. Because most of the people that I grew up with didn't do what I did or you did. They didn't go to girls didn't go to college. They got married. They settled down with a wise guy. They did
Right.
all that stuff. I went to college. I started my own business. I did it. I'm not saying that they didn't do the right thing for them or whatever. I also did the same thing. I got married, I settled down, but I also decided that I wanted to get an education. I want to go to school, and I would not separate it, but I did have two different people. I'm two different people.
Yeah.
I'm the NP and the DMP and the one who's got the doctor, and I also have my neighborhood friends that I love and I still cherish, and I cherish them. But I'll tell you, the people on this side do like my friends when they've ever crossed paths. I mean,
we've crossed eventually. I mean, but like during the high school days, it was like from grammar school through high school. I didn't even want those people coming over my house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I wanted to go to their house and see their normal followers who was a mailman.
What are you trying to say? Daddy wasn't fucking normal?
Not at all. Not to me.
He was so normal.
Not to me at that time. Like he was normal, and he was normal to me, right? But
he wasn't the normal.
I knew that he wasn't normal to them.
Right.
And so I'd rather go to them and be normal with them over there. And that was most of my life until I met Karen and Ramona's sister Roxanne. And then they were like, oh, they're like me too. They have that same dysfunction and abnormality that I think is so
you can relate to them, and you can relate to them.
And then, but I still didn't let them cross because those bitches were wild. But I then started going more and more to them.
Right.
And I started getting.
How old were you? This was high school, or this was like grammar school?
I met them at like 15.
Yeah.
15. Yeah, because I was dating.
Junior prom. I remember the pictures.
Yeah. Well, we were 16 at junior prom, but I was dating one guy, and Roxanne, Ramona's sister, wanted to date his cousin. So we met in the mall, and she knew that I was dating the guy, and so she became my friend, so I would hook her up. And we became great friends. And then I started going more and more, and my mother... They're going to all be mad, but my mother's like, the day you met those girls, everything went downhill for you. Because...
I'm sure their father feels the same about you and I.
I don't really give two shits.
Neither the fuck do I.
But anyway, long story short, no. They shouldn't, those fathers, but whatever. I mean, I helped them get the fucking into college. They did their homework. They should really love the day that they met me. Anyway.
All right, ChatGPT.
So I started going a little more wild myself. And then by the time I went to college, like, my poor dorm room mates, what do you call them? Dorm mates?
Your dorm roommates, yeah.
Dormies. Just go with dormies.
Dormies. They
Your
had
roommates.
a name.
My
roommates,
dormies.
but they were dorm mates, whatever. Karen and Roxanne overtook my dorm, and they wouldn't even let my dormies sleep in their own bed. I remember, I forgot her name. One was so nice. Oh, God. And she went away for the weekend. She went home for the weekend. She came back. Roxanne's in her bed. We were out all night, drunk. The girl was like, who the fuck is in my bed? Roxanne's like, shut the fuck up, I'm sleeping. I'm like, this was so, they were terrible, terrible girl.
And what college, where
I went to NYU. I dormed there first. First year I dormed until, first semester was over there, and then over there.
Then Daddy got apartments.
No, then I used to find clever ways of manipulating my father into doing whatever I wanted. So I told him that, so Glenda was my new roommate, and Brittany,
the good witch?
Brittany Hall, no.
She wasn't a good witch.
Glenda and her rocker boyfriend used to have sex literally right next to me because we had two twin beds like this far apart. So I went home and I'm like, Daddy, Glenda and her boyfriend had sex in front of me and I'm going to vomit. And he was like, oh my God, you need your own apartment. I'm like, I think so too.
You know, that is a great idea, Sad.
You thought of it, Dad. You know.
So same day we went and we looked at apartments. We went into a few studios and my father's like, what is this, a closet? I'm like, yeah, this is terrible. I won't even be able to function in a space like this. I ended up with a triplex in the Village, 3 floors, 1 bedroom, 2 bathrooms. It was amazing. And then Roxanne and Karen and everybody infiltrated that shit too. So yeah, but I always lived, getting back to the double life and why, you know, I kind of inject. I live so many different lives and different ways of life that I can tell so many different stories, but still have the same core. Is really what I was getting at.
And that core, Jennifer, that core belief that a lot of people no longer have anymore. How would you describe that core? How would you describe that core belief?
I mean, most of my stories all stem from like loyalty, family, legacy, a lot of self-discovery. Because, yeah, I discovered a lot of things over time.
Which I think everybody, when you're growing up and you are, like for me, late in life, I believed one thing all the way until I was like 32 years old and never experienced life outside of it. So my opportunity to date out of my religion, race, whatever it was, I was like, whoa! I thought I was on a roller coaster, you know what I mean? So I think when you learn to experience yourself, there's a lot of self-discovery. I wish I didn't discover a lot of the things I did along the way. However, I asked her about her core beliefs, Jennifer, because
I was wondering what you were trying to get.
Yeah, well, here's where I'm going.
I mean, just feed me the answer you want me to say.
No, I asked you what your core beliefs without telling you what I was thinking, because it's so sad as we grow up how a lot of the people that we were so attached to, even family members, I'm not specifically speaking about any friends, but their core beliefs change. Mm-hmm. Their core beliefs become money.
Yep.
Their core beliefs become
success.
Everything. Power. It's still not. Like, my core beliefs are still the same. I could get, and she'll tell you, I could give two fucks about money. Hers are still based on loyalty, as much as some people might say, oh, yous aren't loyal or whatever. The bottom line is, and I say it because it's my sister, and I did question my sister about a few things over Mob Wives.
Because she didn't understand the business behind
it.
Because
I don't understand the business, but I will tell you this.
Nobody really did.
Nobody does.
Where are we getting at?
The point we're getting at is, if you had to do it all over today, would you pick the same exact cast?
Yes.
Okay. That was what I was getting at. So as much as
time.
Today. I'm asking today.
So if I had to do it today, knowing everything that I know, I would, because I know that cast was
gold.
Lightning in a bottle.
Right.
You know, I would do
lightning in a bottle. Oh, I love that. Well, I'm a lightning in a bottle, Mom.
You're lightning on a beach with the water. I would, but I would do it differently.
Right.
I wouldn't manage anybody ever again.
But you know better now,
right.
Jen, too, right?
Exactly. I would definitely do it with
It was
them.
your first show, right?
Yeah, well, listen, I went into this
It was
thinking,
a lot of firsts.
It was a lot of firsts.
And people don't realize that, how hard that was on you, too, because maybe now people know what it is to, after doing a show, now people kind of realize what it is.
There's only one person that knows, and it's Karen, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
So, again, would I do the same cast? Yes. I would fucking have fought harder to put Big Ange on season 1 because the network did not want her on season 1 because they said she was too old for their demographic. And I tried to explain to them, you have no idea, this woman transcends age, whatever. They were like, no. That I would have fought harder for. But I think,
what else would you have fought harder for, Jen?
I'd like to finish my answer. And I would not have managed anyone because I went into this with the purest of intentions to help every single one of my friends. Like, we were looking at it, we were all going to do great together. We're going to get to the top together, whatever. And the best laid plans are sometimes, I forgot the saying, the best laid plans are sometimes for naught or something like that. Or tell God your plans and he'll laugh at you. Like,
right.
No, they laughed at me. They actually spit in my face. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So my pure intentions turned into something ugly in their eyes because it didn't work out the way that we thought it would. Which, okay, fine. You don't want to, we managed some of them, and when they didn't like it, they wanted to have the management contract here. Bye. There was never a fight about it. See you later, we tried, I'm sorry. Whatever it may be. They thought I had all the power in the world. I wish I had the power. So did I. I wish I had the power they thought I did. And then they got fucking fired.
Did you ever sit down and talk to them about this, or did you try to talk about it?
Again, getting back to Karen. So years later, when Karen got her own show and she was the producer of it, we sat down maybe 2 years after that, and she was like, I got to apologize. I now see you didn't have the control, because she knew she didn't even have the control. So she's the only one that really came to terms with the fact that it wasn't me. It was, first of all, the network pays for the show. He who pays owns everything.
Exactly. They have the biggest voice. There's nothing you can do about it.
Even season 1, me, Harvey, and Marvin wanted to end the last episode with the fight. Remember the fight at the end of season 1, Karen and Drita on the rooftop?
On the top, okay.
It's really quick. So we wanted to end that episode, fade to black. We didn't want to see the actual fight.
Right.
Oof. And this was me, Harvey, and Marvin, and the network had final say. The network's like, no way, we have to show the fight. We're showing the fight. We're showing the fight. We
Terrible.
fought that, and we lost.
Right.
So, yeah, did I have some control? Did I have some power? Yeah, but at the end of the
did not
day,
have
the network had final say
the
over
control
everything.
over the network, what they wanted.
And I'm
There's
going to
no way
say
they would-
this. I'll say this as my last statement. If we didn't show that fucking fight, let me tell you something. That fucking fight catapulted us
Yeah,
into
the
a
network
whole
is right. The network is probably right at the end of the day.
They catapulted. It was terrible.
It's hard.
Especially my legs were wide open, and there were people laying.
wasn't
between-
even the worst fight.
I know it wasn't the worst fight, but
It was the first one, and we
But-
were.
Right, it was the first
but
big fight,
it was
right, on the show.
yeah, but it showed.
But Renee and Carla did a little rough and tumble.
Yeah,
Before that.
Yeah, season 1, episode 5.
I gotta watch season 1 again.
But anyway,
haven't
I
watched
think
it
the
in a long
end
time.
of I think the end of season 1. I think it was fucking iconic, and it will never, ever not. It will never be
It was
forgotten.
magic.
It was.
It was a magic.
And
You
they
guys
can
came
say whatever they
together.
want.
I think the
They're all
network-
happy.
And you know what? It's because you guys, in the root of it, in the core of it, you guys were friends. Because you grew up together, so you were friends. The problem is I think with friends is that unfortunately, when money and power and, if one person has more pull than the other one, and there's kind of a jealousy or like a power struggle too, I think that's where the problem comes in. But I think now maybe as you guys get older and maybe look back on it, let's hope maybe things could, I mean, I know you and Karen have spoken to each other and you're
Yeah, we're
fine. You
cool.
guys love each other because you friends for a long time. So there's
Yeah.
always going to be that love for one
Nostalgia.
another. That nostalgia. You might want to kill each other sometimes.
I got
but,
nothing to kill Karen
Yeah.
about anymore.
Well,
Well,
but
I'd
I'm
like,
saying at that point, when you guys were working together, and it's hard to work with family and all friends.
And it was also
It's
because
very hard.
I was in the
It is.
middle between her and Drita.
Yeah.
They were both. I have more history with Karen, but I had such an amazing friendship in the short period of time with Drita that I did.
Right.
And Karen wanted me to take her side. Drita wanted me to take her side, and then they both were so mad that I didn't choose. But
Right.
I could tell you whose side I was really on
Right.
as a friend, but as a producer, I had to stay neutral.
Right.
And they couldn't understand that
Right.
either.
Well,
it was.
I would like to hear the rest of
Me
this.
too, and I'd love
would.
for you to come
Oh, there's
back
so
for a
much
part
more.
2.
Yes.
Would you come back for a part 2?
Sure.
I love it. All right. Well, everybody, you better stay tuned for this part 2, and we'd like to hear more about what's going on in Jen's world, which will be a great.
Jen's
content.
Wheelhouse, sponsored
It would
by.
be great information to
Yes,
hear.
it is.
And thank you both for coming on the show today.
Of
Thank you,
course.
Jen,
Thank
for
you.
coming on
Thank
my
you for
podcast. I
having
appreciate
me.
it. And thank you for being my beautiful co-host with your hot new haircut.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking
Watch it.
very
I'm
fly.
spicy.
You're looking fly.
Where can they find you, Jen?
So on Instagram, it's Jen Graziano with 2 N's, and the Straightened Out podcast. And then on TikTok, again, the Straightened Out the Straightened Out. No, just Straightened Out. Fuck, just fucking find me. Go to Renee's page and find me.
She's walking.
She's walking off the show.
Nobody's ever
See you later, Jen.
Bye. Nice stopping by, bitch.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in for Cats and Pudding. That's the first walk-off I had. Have a great day.